So hey guys, I hope you're fine. My name is Mohammed. You can call me Mo. And today I will show you how to make this design using Octane Render, Cinema 4D, and post-processing in Adobe Photoshop. So first you will need the model for this book and some materials. I will show you how to get them. First of all, there is this site called Sketchfab, who is not sponsoring this video at all, but it's a great site to get some high quality 3D models. Some of them are free and some of them are paid. Fortunately, our model is a free model, so I can share with you the link and the files if someone wants it. So I will just type here the name of the book, and here is it. Yeah, it's called Coptic Prayer Book. It's a really interesting model dating an old historic age, and the model has some pretty nice feature and details that can serve into a really interesting design that you can use later or something. Fortunately, the model is free, so I just can press download model, and luckily for us, the format of the model is FBX, so I can use it directly in Cinema 4D. Sometimes it's in a 3ds format or in the Blender format, the blend. So what you can do to avoid the hassle is you can just use the auto-converted format DLTF, download it directly from here and use it directly in Cinema 4D. I already downloaded the file, so here's this one. This one is the file. Sorry for the messy background. Then here open the folder, extract the folder, and you will find two folders, one with the textures. You will find here a color map and a roughness map, and then we find here another compressed folder, and then here is the Cinema 4D FBX file, and again another color map. Sometimes this model, I will just open this one, and sometimes this models come with all sorts of maps like roughness maps, bump maps, normal maps, and sometimes they don't. So I will show you a way to get the most detail out of your model using the single color map that is provided. I tend to leave this settings as default, so I just press OK, and here's the model. First of all, before working with any 3D model that is pre-made, you have to check the number of polygons or the amount of polygons it has. So just to ensure that the textures and the effects that you are gonna apply on it will be applied in a good way. So as you can see, it seems nice. The texturing is not that bad. The number of polygons seems reasonable, but I noticed something, that the axes are not really set to a good position that I can use. So I will just reset all the rotations, so 0, 0, 0, and just click apply. Of course, but not I have to enable the axes everything first. 0, 0, and 0, and just click apply, and that's it. Ta-da. Okay, so to start modeling this, we will need just to add a plane. Here's the plane. Okay, and let's go to the side view and just go down until it's barely touching the book. As you can see here. Now, we don't want the book to be floating or just some parts of it are not lying. So what we can do is just rotate it a bit here, just to create a bit. So it's barely touching the edges. Anyways, it's a small detail. I don't think it will affect us greatly. So let's see here. No, it affects us greatly. So we'll just rotate the book until we find something suitable. Maybe put this down a bit. Yeah, that seems nice. We have a bit of intersection here, but it's not that major. Anyways, I think that's fine. Let me just increase the size of this plane to 1000 by 3000. Oops. And let's just use one segment because we are gonna use an Octane material, and segments doesn't really mean much for Octane in planes. Anyway, so as you can see, this is a standard Cinema 4D material. So let me just start Octane, and then let's convert this material to an Octane material to easily use it, and Octane can deal with it in a more easy way. So materials, convert materials, more than use one, and as we can see here, it's already an Octane material with the color map we have from before. So to start modeling, as I said, sometimes all these maps are not really given, but you can actually use the color map you have to make some of the maps you would need. Something like the roughness or the pump maps are just a grayscale. Most of the time, a grayscale of this color map can be used, and this is what we will do here. So I will just make a copy of this map, and I will just convert it into a float. Float type images are usually grayscale, and they use less memory in your GPU. So if you have a low memory GPU, float images are fine, especially if you're going to use them in a grayscale channel like a roughness channel or a bump channel. So I will just connect this one to the bump channel and then connect it to the roughness channel, and I will just add a color correction node to each of them, just in case I might need to edit some of them, because of course this is not a perfect representation of the details on the book, but it's a good starting point. You can also take this image and just export it to Photoshop and edit it later to add some more details. Anyways, so let's add an HDRI environment light, to light up the scene. I use HDRI link. Let's go here, and I used this HDR in the previous design, so I will just use it again. But you can choose any HDR you want. There's this site, HDRI Haven, which is a pretty good site. You can find tons of high quality HDRs to use. So I'll just choose this and just go here, adjust the settings a bit. These settings are well for my GPU. Okay. So of course it's a plain model, as you can see. So to start off, we will want to make this fire texture in the beginning, then we will start blending. So I will add a new material, a new diffuse material, and then to create fire and light I will add an emission node, and this emission node is driven by an RGB spectrum in the distribution. I always find that I get good results if I connect this RGB spectrum into the diffuse channel. Then I will choose the color of the fire, something like this, maybe reddish, or anything that sticks to your liking is fine. I think this one is fine. Okay. So The next step is to find the parts in the book that I want to add the fire into. So how do you do that? We have our regular material here. Let's just add a new material. Okay, a new diffuse material, and let's apply this one to the book here. Okay, of course it turns white. So let's find the creases in the book that we want to add the fire into. These creases are really easy to find using something called the dirt node. So what a dirt node is some filter in Octane that is designed to identify the hidden, or not hidden, the narrow and tight parts of a model, that accumulate small details, like dust how it accumulates in these small creases and windows and doors and stuff like that. So we just add a dirt node connected to the diffuse channel to see its effect on the model, and then we will play a bit with the parameters. As you can see, black areas start to form, which is the creases I'm talking about. If I increase the details, the black part starts to increase. Okay, and if I play with the radius, it starts to highly increase. So I think that this distribution is fine. I would like to have fire between the pages and in some parts of the book here and there. Some parts here is fine. So I think I will stick with this one. So this is good. Now I will keep this dirt node. I will copy it just in case something happens, and then I will add a Octane mix material. Oops. Okay, so I will add a mix material. Okay, and then I will grab my book texture here. Just bring them down. Okay, sorry for the mess and the noise in the background. And then I will bring in the fire texture in here. Okay, and I will connect them. And this dirt node will drive which texture goes where. Okay, so the white colors are driven by the material 1 in here, and the fiery colors will be driven by the black colors. If I want to invert that, I can just connect the fire to material 1 and the book material into material 2. So I will just put this one, put this 2, and add the dirt node, and then I will apply this mixed materials into the model, and boom, we have light. But of course this light is too much, so I will just come to the emission and decrease its power. This is a bit tad much, for my liking. Also, this color is just a bit too much. I find this a bit too much, so I will just decrease the radius and the dirt node, and maybe increase the bar a little. Something like this is fine. Yeah, I think this is not bad. It's a bit there. So, anyways, after that, okay, to continue, after that, we need to create this leather texture. So you can just go to Google and type leather material seamless, to avoid any cracks or something. As I was saying, you can find any leather texture. I have one here, so I will just use it. Lift up, leather texture. Then I will create another copy for the pump maps, as I told you before. Here, pump, and create roughness, add some color correction nodes, and some here too, and then apply this one to our plane, and ta-da! Of course, it's a bit big and a bit over reflective, so what I will do is I will decrease the gamma on the roughness, and then I will go to the texture tag and then just decrease this, so maybe something like 20% and 20%, something like this, maybe even 10% and 10%, something like this is nice. Of course, it all depends on your taste. Also, I find that the lighting of the HDRI that we added is a bit much, so first of all, let's just add an Octane camera. Let's set up the scene, close this, close that. Something like this is nice. So I'll just apply the camera. Oh, sorry. I should remove that. Anyways, and let's just add a protection tag so I don't move it by accident. Okay, so I will just go to my HDRI and just decrease the power, like something like this. Then it's just more of a tweaking until you find something that you like. Let's just put this here. Okay, let's go to the dirt node. Maybe increase the strength a bit. Oops. Something like this is better, I think. And let's just change this color a bit. I don't know. I don't seem to get a liking of it for some reason. Let's just do. Oops. Something like this. Maybe even more. It's just small details that you can change, and then add more lights in here. Not so much like this. This is fine. Just some minor tweaks here and there. Anyways, so then let's add some effects. So let's go to the Octane camera, activate the imager, and choose something that suits your liking and suits your style. So I like the DCS 315. It's a good camera setting, and I'll just tab it, increase the gamma, and then I will go to the post-processing, enable, and add some bloom. It gives it this blurry glow, which is nice. You can add it from here, or you can add it in post-processing. It all falls into your choice. I might add some glare, blur, and that's it. I might decrease a bit the power of the HDRI, just a teeny tiny bit, not much, but just to emphasize the details in the skin itself of the leather skin and the details in the book. Of course, this may be a bit different from this. It has a lot of fiery parts. You can tweak this in the dirt node from here to suit your liking. Let's just maybe decrease a bit of radius, you know, something like this maybe is better, you know. It depends on you. So as you can see here, there is this butterfly. You can both add it in post-processing, or you can add it to the texture, which is if you open this texture, you will find that there is here this part that that maps to the cover of the book itself. But of course, this is not a square map, so you can either use the UV paint in here and just paint it, you know, add the brush and paint it here, or you can use this. Where is it? Anyways, you can add it in post, like I did, or you can just add it as another texture and just create a mix node with the new butterfly that you created maybe in After Effects Illustrator, and then just, you know, move it here and there until you reach that point. This is the main part for the book on Cinema 4D, and then I will go to post-processing in the next part.